Welcome back to my channel, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the mistakes to avoid if you are doing the no poo method, which means no shampoo, no conditioner, all of that stuff. It is great for the environment, and there's a lot of other reasons that you can do it. This is also my 8-month update because I have been using baking soda and / apple cider vinegar. I started using apple cider vinegar about halfway through my process, and I will talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But yeah, I've been doing this for 8 months now. I have 3 other videos that go along with this little series that I have, so I will put that playlist for my no poo videos down in the description so you guys can go watch those and get all of the information that I have. The first video is just my journey and why I decided to do this method. The second video is my hair care routine, and then the third video is tips to make the best no poo method and like how to keep it and like maintenance. You got it. But before you watch those videos, I wanted to make a couple things clear that I was like very ignorant about. I apparently talk like I know everything about this, but I said a lot of things in that video that was incorrect. So let me just start out by saying that one of the big things that I thought was that if you water down baking soda, the pH is going to change, and that is not true. Even if you do water down baking soda, it's still going to have a pH of 9, which like blew my mind when I first heard that, because I was like, that is out of the safe zone. That is not good for your hair. So I was a little scared by this, and at the end of this video I am going to talk about alternatives for that I will be trying, because there are definitely better things for your hair than baking soda. And one of the things that I did point out in that video was that instead of using 1 tablespoon like most people used, I was using half a teaspoon, which is plenty for your hair. You don't need more than a teaspoon to like clean your hair if you have like a hair type like mine, not in like medium thickness and very thin strands. Another thing that I talked about in my last couple videos is that I was only using baking soda. I was not using apple cider vinegar. The reason that I only used baking soda was because my hair is super oily, and I thought that if I use apple cider vinegar as a conditioner, then my hair would get super oily and I would not be able to maintain it. That is actually very incorrect. When you use baking soda, it opens up your hair follicles so that like it can clean it out, and then that is the pH of 9, and that is not in the safe zone. And then the apple cider vinegar kind of does the opposite. It closes up the hair strand and allows to condition your hair. So using apple cider vinegar is very important if you are doing the no poo method. And another thing that I noticed while I was using only baking soda was my hair started becoming really weak, and I think that is because of the pH of 9, and I was shedding a lot more hairs in the shower than normal for me. That can also be explained by I'm not washing my hair as much, so my hair is going to fall out more in the shower. If you're washing your hair every single day, you're going to have less strands in the shower, but if you're going 4 days, that's 4 days worth of hair that you're losing in the shower, so obviously it's going to be more. But when I was only using the baking soda, a lot more than normal was coming out of my head, and that's because my strands were weak and broken and I was not using that apple cider vinegar. So I did end up using apple cider vinegar, and it didn't make my hair oily, and it ended up working perfectly fine. So I definitely recommend doing that. Do not use only baking soda. It is not going to benefit you in any way. And I also got all this information because when I first like lost some of my hair, I was like, okay, I need to find out like some research on this. So there's a website that I will link in the description that gave me all of the information that I needed, so you guys can go check that out. Another thing that changed was over time, even with using baking soda, the itchiness of my scalp definitely decreased. In my last couple videos, I said that my hair was extremely itchy, like literally all the time. Eventually it just went away. I guess my hair like got used to the baking soda and apple cider vinegar, so that was good. Another thing that I noticed was that I was not washing my brushes enough. I was washing my brushes like every month, and that was not enough because the amount of dirt and bacteria and just gunk that was on my hairbrushes was absolutely disgusting after like a week. So I'm still trying to figure out how to like decrease that, but I will put a couple video clips in right now that is what my hairbrushes look like after a week, and it's absolutely crazy. And I just think it's not very easy to wash your hairbrushes once a week because they just take so long to clean, and it's just not realistic to wash your brushes every single week. And if you don't wash your brushes, then you're just going to have dirt from the previous week or whatever, and then your hair is not going to be clean when you're brushing it because you're just going to be brushing dirt back on top of it, which is not good. Now I'm going 4 days without washing my hair every single week, and I think that is awesome that now I'm building up that ability to wash my hair every 4 days instead of 2 or 3 days. It does take time for your hair to get used to that new system. I recently just got a bamboo brush without the little like balls on the top of the like thing that you brush your hair. I'll get it. Hold on. I'm sorry it has hair on it, but like this brush doesn't have the little balls that were normally on the end of this brush, and I just invested in this brush because I noticed that I felt like when I was brushing my hair, it was just really hard to get through, and like a lot of hairs were like breaking from using the brush with the little balls on it because your hair actually wraps around those balls and then it like pulls it out. I definitely recommend getting this one. I will also link it in the description so you guys can go get it. And I also have a bristled brush that really helps to distribute the oils, and I really love that one. Or if you don't want one of those, you can get a mix of the two, so you don't have to purchase 2 brushes. You can just get one, and it has the horse hairs in it, and it also has like, it pretty much just looks like this, but it has like the bristles in it as well, so it's like 2 in 1, which is really cool. I do not have that one because I prefer to have like 2 separate brushes so that I can alternate which ones I'm using. But I do like this brush a lot more. It is way easier on my hair. I don't feel like it's pulling my hair at all. I don't have any like frizz or static or anything, which was a big problem when I was using the bamboo brush that had the balls on it. The one thing that I will say, since it is more like pokey and you don't have the balls on it to like massage your head, it is a little bit harder on your scalp, so make sure if you are brushing your hair, you are being gentle with the top of your head. And another thing that I think is really important is brushing your hair if it's knotty or not. Even if your hair is not knotty, it's still important to brush it because then you are distributing. Why can I not talk today? It's important to brush your hair even if it's not knotty because you are distributing the oils in your hair, and if you don't wash your... Start over. If you don't brush your hair, then the oils will not distribute evenly in your hair, and your hair will get dirtier faster, and that is not good. So make sure you're brushing your hair every single day at least once. And on those last 3 videos, there are so many comments about people's experiences and what they're going through, and I also answered a lot of questions in the comment section. So if you are in need of some help with this journey, definitely go to those videos and look in the comments, respond to other people, have conversations with other people, because that is how you can learn about your hair type and really have the best possible experience. A while ago, not too long ago, but a couple weeks / months ago, I stopped braiding my hair before bed because I would just wake up and my hair would be wavy, and then this section down here would be straight, and it just did not look good, and I was tired of having waves every day. So I didn't braid my hair for a while, and my hair did get more knotty. So if your hair is typically knotty in the morning, make sure that you braid it so that your hair is not more vulnerable to breaking. In the comments under my videos, people also talk about how they've used other things besides baking soda and apple cider vinegar that have worked a lot better and are better for your scalp. So I wanted to share a couple of those so you guys know other alternatives that you could use. The first one is rye flour, and this is one that I actually want to try because it is the pH of 5, which is typically the pH of shampoo. Shampoo is supposed to be between 5 and 7, and that way it doesn't mess with the pH of your scalp, because I'm pretty sure the pH of your scalp is like from 5 to 6. So that is a really good alternative for baking soda, because as you know, baking soda is obviously not in the pH. So I feel like rye flour is definitely something that is a lot safer for your hair. And then you would use the apple cider vinegar as a rinse. And I wrote a couple notes about rye flour that I wanted to share with you guys. So rye flour has vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and omega-3 fatty acids that are really, really good for your scalp and your hair health, and baking soda does not have any of those, so I definitely think that rye flour is a good alternative for that. Some downsides: some people say that it made their hair frizzy and that it was less moisturizing, so I will have to try it out and see if I think that those claims are correct. I also found a website that is good for rye flour, so I will also leave that linked in the description box so you guys can check it out. Another downside is that it could clog your drain, so you want to clean it with baking soda, vinegar, and hot water so that it cleans all of that out once a month. And you have to make it right before you shower, which is different from baking soda. Baking soda, you can just put it into a bottle and have it for like the whole week. But the rye flour, you have to make it right before you shower, because if you don't do it that way, then it will get like kind of gross. I've never tested this out myself, but I've heard from a lot of people that it is really disgusting and you will not want to put it on your hair in the next day or if you save it for a couple days. Another thing that they said was nettle tea rinse / mask. It has a pH of 6 to 7, which is also in the range of your hair health. And nettle tea is really known for growing your hair, so if you're looking for something that is really going to make your hair healthy and make your hair grow, then that is something that you should definitely try out. And then black soap is another thing that people said that was also good. I didn't do a lot of research on this one because I'm planning on doing rye flour first. But again, black soap also helps with hair growth, and if you guys check that one out, let me know. Another tip that someone said is to use a silk or satin pillowcase. That can help for making your hair not as oily, and also apparently it's good for your face and your acne and stuff. So that's a good thing. And as always, I will leave my favorite videos and websites down in the description so you guys can do all this research and get all this information for yourself. I had a couple specific videos that I really liked and really helped me out, so I will be sure to link those. And I myself am going to switch no poo methods. My plan for switching off to go a different no poo route is to do rye flour, and then I'm going to do a apple cider vinegar rinse. I'm not sure if that's mandatory, because I was thinking about it and I was like, if rye flour is the same pH as your scalp, then why would you need to use an apple cider vinegar rinse? So I'm a little confused about that. So I'm going to try to like transition off of that and see how my hair does with that. So if you guys know why that is, please let me know, because apple cider vinegar is also a little bit off of the pH of your scalp, so a little confused by that. And then I'm also going to be using a nettle tea once a week for hair growth and health, so I'm really excited about that. And then I talked about argan oil in my last couple videos about the ends. So argan oil is really good for your hair. You just put it on the ends, and that's pretty much it. So that's what I'm going to try, and then once I try it for at least a month, then I will get back to you guys and let you know if I like it or not. That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you really enjoyed this update, and I hope that these tips that I gave you and mistakes that I made help you so that you don't make those mistakes, because save yourself the trouble. I made them so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.